I went to a meeting tonight and I forgot what it was like to be at the beginning of this journey of recovery. I forgot a little bit about that feeling that you get when there's nowhere left to go and that there's nothing left to do except for you just want to lay down and die, and you feel just fucking horrible, and life has just got you by the fucking balls, and you're scared and you're lonely, and you just need anyone just to talk to. I started forgetting that, and I haven't put out a video in a long time, and I was doing it for selfish reasons, not to put out a video. I didn't know what to say because I forgot. I forgot that this is less about me and more about other people, to know that there are still people out there that give a shit and that have gone through this stuff. And I know it's on YouTube, but it's the only way I can reach out to other people and to tell them that, there's more of us out there. I don't have any of those fancy sound effects or cool beginning, with the music playing like I did the first one, because it's straight to the point. It's serious, and when you go to a meeting, they read off the lists and these sheets, and it's jails, institutions, or death. That is it. That's all you get. Very, very few of us come out of addiction and get to live a normal and happy and clean life. It takes a lot of work, but if someone were to put in 30% of the energy that they put into trying to find their drugs and their alcohol and where they're going to get their next fix or their next drink from, if they just put 30% of that into their recovery, you can be a happy person. I'm way better today than I was even like a week ago. Just for relying, and I use that word a little loosely because I don't know a better one at the moment, but I rely on other people in a 12-step program that I'm a part of to help me change myself. We work on a step system, and I kind of, the anonymity thing in the step programs is pretty harsh, and you get some old timers and they probably give me some flack for this, calling out the step programs, but people need to be aware of them. But the first step is I was powerless over my addiction, and that my life had become unmanageable, and my life was very unmanageable, and to count the ways and to tell you how many things just were not working out for me at any point of any time would take forever. And I like these things to be around 10 minutes, and we don't have that much time. But the powerlessness is that one I can kind of sum up pretty quickly, because it's such a strong and mentally disabling thing, to know that everything you do and everything that you think of and everything that you want to be can't be, and just is not and will not, and you're scared and you're alone and you're hurting and you want to cry, but then your ego gets in the way and you need to puff up your chest, and you get fucking mad, and you need to prove yourself, and you have to try to prove yourself over and over and over again that you're somebody that you're totally not. A lot of people were just scared and hurting and lonely, and we need something different. But there's that thing in the back of our brain that tells us that no, you do it this way. You need instant gratification. You need to fix yourself right now. Well, it's not a fix. If anything, it just prolongs the hurt for longer. It becomes worse and worse and unbearable, to the point where some of us grab guns and put them in our mouths. Some of us tie nooses, put them around our necks. Some of us slit our wrists. Some of us OD. Sometimes it's just too much to take. And the way out doesn't seem like it's a good way to move forward. I mean, you have to tell your friends and your family that you're going into a detox, or that you're checking yourself into an institution like Pine Lodge. I went to a rehab center, the Pine Lodge, and you have to tell people that you're doing this. Well, that's admitting that you have a problem, that you are not a perfect person. Well, if you look at the way you're living your life at the moment, it is not fucking perfect. There's nothing about it that's perfect. But yet we struggle, and we try to do it on our own, and we try to do things our way. Well, our way got us addicted to needle drugs, IV usage, crack pipes, meth pipes, to the bottom of every bottle you could imagine. It got us to the depths and to the lows of places that people never want to see or be. Our way got us hurt and pain and loss of our families and burying our friends and our loved ones. We lose our kids, we lose our jobs, we lose our cars, we lose our wives, our husbands. We lose, and we don't gain. We are not winners in the struggle against our disease. We are definitely losers. Yet, the harder we hurt, the harder we try to fight it. The harder we try to go, no, I can do this my way. I just need willpower. Fuck willpower. When I cleaned up and I got my sponsor, I looked at my sponsor and I looked at who he was. He was an old using buddy, and he doesn't have his shit all together, because we're human. Face it, we can't all be perfect. None of us can be perfect, but it's a progression to try to be. And what I saw he had, I wanted. He was still going through pains and trials and tribulations, and the way he handled them without getting overly upset, he just took it like the wind. I wanted that. He had a smile on his face, and even when he was angry, he could talk about it like a man, and say what was going on, and he could deal with his stuff by speaking about it, and he could tell me. And the way he did it was he wasn't putting his shit onto me. So when I see this shit, I go, well, I want to be like that. And now when I talk, I try to emulate what he does. I try to not put my shit onto other people, but still talk about it. I try to keep out the you statements and use more I statements, and take ownership for myself and take ownership for the things I had done. Because if I don't take ownership over my past, I'll never take my life in the future. I have to accept that things have been done, and that the hurt I felt is over things that I put on myself. You can't stuff that shit. You can't put it into the back of your head and hope that it'll go away. You have to deal with these things at one point. And I am trying every day. I try to deal with everything I can. And I am getting better. I'm getting healthier. I feel fucking great. I mean, from where I was to where I am, I just got 4 months last Saturday. And I feel amazing. I'm clear. I can think about 7 different things at once and combine them, like a Guy Ritchie movie. The ending, my brain is a fucked place, like the movies, but it all makes sense at the end of the day, and I can bring it all together. And through the knowledge and the wisdom I've heard from other people in the 12-step programs that I attend and listen to, and the Dharma talks that I listen to on here, it's given me tools to take, and I've learned acceptance and patience and tolerance and non-judgment and non-attachment, and And those things get me through a day. And if I'm mindful of how I'm acting when I'm out in society, and I take all those things into effect, and I'm constantly reminding myself of just the words, I can remember how I can incorporate them into my life. And um, I'm grateful that I don't have to be back where I was today. I can be here right now, with surrounded by people that I love, and they love me, and all of that is in the past, and I can deal with it as in the past. My past is not with me right now. My past was back there, and as I move forward, I can deal with piece by piece by piece, which makes me happier and happier and happier. And the happier I get, the less I want to be back there. Um, I apologize for not doing another one in such a long time, but you know, selfishness. It's an addict's and an alcoholic's best friend. So anyway, I'll leave you at that, and I hope you guys all have a good 24. Keep in mind you're human. You can only do so much. And if you deal with what you were given today, tomorrow won't be so hard. So have a good night. Love you.